We have some new information tonight about what caused a deadly plane crash that happened back in 2019. Two planes crashed nearly head-on in Green Cove Springs. One person was killed. A final report from the National Transportation Safety Board says the pilots were intentionally flying very close to each other. The report says that they lost sight of each other before crashing.